You set goals, make plans, and start taking action toward success. But somehow, you always end up sabotaging yourself just when things start going well. You procrastinate on important tasks, make decisions that you know are not in your best interest, or find ways to avoid opportunities that could change your life. This is not a lack of willpower or motivation. This is your unconscious belief system, protecting you from outcomes that your buried psychological layers have labeled as dangerous. Most people spend their entire lives fighting against invisible beliefs they do not even know they have. These beliefs operate like hidden software programs running in the background of your mind, automatically influencing your decisions, emotions, and behaviors. The most destructive ones are core beliefs about your own worth, capability, and deserving. If you have buried beliefs that tell you success leads to rejection, or if I get too confident, something bad will happen, or people like me do not achieve big things, your unconscious mind will sabotage any progress that threatens these deeply held assumptions. The science behind self-sabotage reveals why this happens and how to fix it. Your brain is primarily concerned with survival, not success. And for millions of years, survival meant staying with your tribe, not standing out, and avoiding anything that could lead to rejection or abandonment. These ancient survival programs are still running in your modern brain, causing you to unconsciously sabotage anything that might make you too different, too successful, or too visible. But here is what makes this even more complicated. Your core beliefs about success and worth were formed when you were very young, often before age 7, when your brain was in a highly programmable state. Whatever messages you received about money, achievement, visibility, and worth during those early years became the invisible rules that govern your adult life. If you grew up in a family where money was scarce and successful people were criticized as greedy or selfish, your unconscious mind learned that financial success equals moral failure. Even if you consciously want wealth, your buried belief system will sabotage any progress toward financial goals because it has classified money as dangerous to your social survival. If you were raised in an environment where standing out led to criticism or punishment, your buried beliefs learned that visibility equals pain. As an adult, you might consciously want recognition and success, but your unconscious mind will create failures and setbacks to keep you safely invisible. The most insidious part of these invisible beliefs is that they operate through what psychologists call cognitive distortions, automatic ways of interpreting events that confirm your buried assumptions. People with unconscious unworthiness beliefs automatically focus on their failures while minimizing their successes. People with unconscious danger beliefs about success automatically notice all the potential negative consequences of achievement while ignoring the benefits. Your brain becomes a selective evidence collector, always finding proof that your buried beliefs are correct and that sabotaging your progress is actually protecting you from harm. But once you understand this system, you can use it to your advantage. The key is making your invisible beliefs visible through careful observation of your self-sabotage patterns. Every time you procrastinate, make a poor decision, or avoid an opportunity, you are receiving valuable data about what your buried belief system considers dangerous. Here is how to decode your self-sabotage patterns and identify the invisible beliefs creating them. Start by examining the specific ways you sabotage yourself. Do you procrastinate when you are close to achieving goals? Do you pick fights with people who are trying to help you succeed? Do you make impulsive decisions that destroy your progress? Do you find reasons to avoid opportunities that could advance your career or relationships? Each type of self-sabotage reveals different categories of buried beliefs. Procrastination often indicates buried beliefs about failure, judgment, or unworthiness. If your unconscious mind believes that completing projects opens you up to criticism or rejection, it will make starting or finishing feel incredibly difficult. Relationship sabotage often reveals buried beliefs about abandonment, trust, or deserving love. If your buried beliefs learn that getting close to people leads to pain, your unconscious mind will create conflicts or distance to protect you from intimacy. Financial self-sabotage usually points to buried beliefs about money, success, and identity. If your unconscious mind believes that wealth changes people in bad ways, or that rich people are inherently selfish, it will sabotage any progress toward financial goals. Once you identify your specific self-sabotage patterns, you can trace them back to their origins. Ask yourself, when did I first learn that this outcome was dangerous? What early experiences taught me to fear success, intimacy, money, or visibility? What would a child conclude from those experiences? This detective work helps you understand that your self-sabotage is not random or character-based. It is a logical response to buried beliefs that were formed under very different circumstances than your current life. Have you ever noticed that you tend to self-sabotage in the same ways repeatedly? That is because you are following the same buried programming over and over again. But awareness is the first step toward change. Once you can see your invisible beliefs clearly, you can begin the process of reprogramming them. The most effective technique is called cognitive restructuring, consciously installing new beliefs that support your success rather than sabotage it. This requires patience and repetition, because you are essentially overriding psychological programs that have been running for years or decades. But people who master this process often experience rapid and dramatic improvements in their ability to achieve goals, maintain relationships, and create the life they actually want. They stop being controlled by invisible fears and start making decisions based on conscious intentions. If you want to learn the complete system for identifying and reprogramming the invisible beliefs that create self-sabotage, follow this channel and hit the notification bell. I am going to show you exactly how to debug your psychological operating system and install new programming that supports your highest potential. What is one area of your life where you notice consistent self-sabotage patterns? Share in the comments below, and let us start excavating those buried beliefs together.